Hi guys, welcome back to Wayward Son Custom. Today we have the Frontline Plus, and it's from Black Rain Ordnance. And as you can tell, it is definitely not a Black Rain Ordnance rifle. This is their Gen 3 Glock clone that we first saw at SHOT Show 2024 back in January. And I finally have my grubby little paws on one. So, here it is in all of its glory. Now, I will say, with an MSRP of $5.99 and $6.99, depending on whether you get the Frontline or the Frontline Plus, this is kind of a Spartan little setup they have going here. You have your lock. We'll just toss that down there. You have a cool branded chamber flag, one Magpul PMag, La Pistola, and you have your owner's manual in there. So, yeah, like I said, pretty Spartan. But you know, if the gun runs, that's all that matters, right? As you can see, it is not loaded. Even the magazine's empty. So here's the thing. I'll go over some pros and cons here. I will say this has been one of my most anticipated pistols coming out of SHOT Show. I know a lot of other people are gonna pull out some other guns that that they really want to see, and this isn't the only one that I've been anxious to get my hands on, but it is one of them. And you know, I really like Black Rain Ordnance rifles, and so I'm very optimistic. From what I saw and what they were telling me about them at SHOT Show, getting to handle them just a little bit, yeah, this and the Canik TTI Combat and a few others were very anticipated by me, and one by one I'm starting, you know, they're starting to trickle in into the mainstream of gun sales, where you can actually find them in your local gun stores and everything. By the way, support your local gun stores. The Biden administration is trying to make them a thing of the past. They're trying to make them like a dodo bird. So, yeah, I bet you a lot of people watching this don't even know what a dodo bird is because they've been gone so long. But anyway, they showed me a lot of different colors and everything. So when I ordered mine, I went with tungsten, and then lo and behold, you know, mine was ordered with me standing there. My local gun shop manager ordered it with me standing right there. They asked what color I wanted, and I said tungsten because I like tungsten Cerakote, and I didn't even know that's not even one that they offer it in. So I got kind of lucky there. But as far as the looks go, there's really no departure from what you saw at SHOT Show is what you see here. You have some decent stippling there. I could stand it to be a little more aggressive than it is, but it is by all means fine. It feels good in the hand. It keeps it secure there. I just personally am somebody that likes it a little more aggressive as far as the stippling or texturing goes. You do have, it doesn't really have, I think this is kind of cool. Instead of having a finger groove here or just an undercut, what you have is you have a trigger guard undercut here, but it extends over into the front strap here. So that really allows you to get right up under there. And to me, I gotta think that that is going to really help out with recoil mitigation and getting a good firm grip on this thing. It does not have a double undercut here, which is something I actually kind of would have expected, and that would have really gone great with this overdone. Well, it's not really even an undercut as much as just it's a hybrid, because they're partly scalloping this front strap and then doing the trigger guard as well. But you know, honestly, to me, if I had to pick either a double undercut here or the cut they went with in the rear of the trigger guard and the front strap here, I would go with what they did. I would like to see both. I'm sure somebody could do that for you if you can't do that yourself. You have a little bit of jimping right here on the sides of the trigger guard up front. I don't really see where that aids you in doing much of anything, but it's there. If nothing else, it helps make it look a little more badass. You have your standard Gen 3 style controls, mag catch, the trigger shoe, trigger bar. All the internals are Glock Gen 3 compatible. Barrels, all that good stuff. It's just a matter of, did they do it any better than Glock? Did they do it at least as good as Glock? Or have they crapped the bed and done it worse? As far as the fit and finish goes, I mean, I really dig the look of it. I love the way it feels. Picture, as far as it feels in your hand, picture this. Alright, so one of the things I like, I'm not a huge Shadow Systems Corporation fan, the MR920 and all those, just because I think they're way overpriced for what you're getting. As far as the bang for the buck, I don't think it's there. But I do think they're good quality guns for the most part. There are a few exceptions. I've had some so-so ones. Well, anyway, what I'm getting to is one of the things I really like about Shadow Systems is the way they do their frame, and specifically the back strap. The way they do it, it really pushes your hand up into there. No matter which one of the back straps you use, it really fits up in there. And this, to me, is very reminiscent of that gentle slope that they have there. And when you combine it with this huge undercut here, it really drives your hand into the gun, and it makes it feel like it has a much lower bore axis than it does. So to me, that's pretty cool. And then the rear serrations are nice and aggressive, easy to use, easy to grab, no matter how you want to do it. And yeah, I mean, they look good, they perform well. It is RMR ready. The front serrations, of course, this is the Plus, so it's ported. I'll get to that here in a second. But so of course, instead of having any serrations up here, they're back a little bit, and they do come over the top. So no matter how you want to do it, you can press check here, you can press check there, you can pinch it this way, you can pinch it that way, you can do anything you want to. Whether you want to rack it that way, whether you just want to do a little press check, no matter how you grab this thing, it has the cocking serrations that you need. Nothing more, nothing less, and I think they look pretty cool. And then they even continued, even though that's not just aesthetic there, it actually has a use. They even continued that aesthetic into the top of the barrel. So I think that looks pretty cool. And then some pretty aggressive lightning cuts and portholes for the ported barrel. And I also like the gator mouth, or I've heard it called a bunch of things, but I do like that aesthetic on the front. Overall, it feels like it's sprung about like a G19. It is G19 size. Overall, the fit and finish on it, I really dig the way it looks. I like the way it feels. But I knew all of this stuff at SHOT. They didn't change anything that I can see from SHOT to now. And so, as far as ergonomics and the looks go, it's what I was expecting. So the only real question is does it shoot? If it does, how well, how accurate, all of that good stuff. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, it does come with blacked out rear sights and an Ameriglow front night sight. So you have the tritium sight in the front, blacked out rear. That's one of my favorite sight pictures. So that works out well. So let's go take this bad boy to the range and see what it does. Black Rain Ordnance, Frontline Plus, 9mm. Alright, next up we have the Federal 124 grain HSTs. All 115 grain Blazer brass and 120. The second mag was 124 grain AAC ball ammo. Now this is going to be just a few rounds of Norma 108 grain monolithic hollow points. We'll see how it runs that. Not too bad, not too bad. Right, now we've got SIG 124 grain V Crown Elite. Well, so there you have it. Several different types of hollow points, all fed fine. Didn't really see any drop off in performance from any of them as far as the recoil or anything like that goes. But absolutely no problems to feed those or the ball ammo so far. I'm gonna shoot another mag or two through and see what we got. Yep, Winchester Silvertip. Alright guys, so back from the range with the Black Rain Ordnance Frontline Plus. What did we learn? We learned that John really digs this pistol. This I see a comparison video coming out very soon. I see one coming in the very near future for my channel because I mean, I don't know, I'd have to go back and figure up how many rounds we put through it, but I know we put at least 100 rounds through it, both on and off camera, and I mean, I fed a bunch of stuff through it. Even one magazine even had just mixed ball ammo. It had Fiocchi, it had Armscore, it had Spear. No. I'm losing track. Alright, so I had a mixed bag of Fiocchi, Blazer brass, Armscore, Tula steel case, Winchester, white box, and Federal American Eagle, and it fed. It just went one after another, just bam, 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 bam. I fed a magazine of AAC through it, 124 grain. It went. The 115 grainers went. 147 grainers went. I did several strings, as you saw, with different commonly available hollow point rounds from major manufacturers. It fed each one of those. So at the end of the day, this is really a contender for my favorite Glock clone. The others that I would throw in there would be right now, you know, up until now, I've been saying that it's kind of a two-way race for me between between Bull Armory's Axe series and between the Lone Wolf Dusk 19. But I'm telling you, this has to be thrown in there, and you know, as an honorable mention, and I only say it's an honorable mention because it's not a full Glock clone like the others, but the X-Fire from Merux. That is a really nice pistol for those looking for a Glock operating system on a budget. The Bull Axe series and the Lone Wolf Dusk 19, I would not call any of those budget guns, but they're right in there with what you would expect to pay for a Glock or similar, an M&P or anything like that. And so it puts them firmly in the same marketplace. And honestly, the way they each went about copying, or well, reinvigorating, that's what we'll go with, reinvigorating the Gen 3 Glock pattern is, you know, they each went a different way, and I think they each knock it out of the park in a different way. So my thing is this is everything I expected it to be, and actually a little bit more. And I can't wait to get more range time with this. And yeah, this is in my top 3 as far as the Glock clones going right now. I've owned Shadow Systems before. I've owned several of the others, and so I am speaking from experience. It's my experience. Yours may be different, but yeah, in my book, well worth the money. So anyway, you guys let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments below. Send me an email at waywardsoncustomgun@gmail.com. You know, share, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Join if you want to. Become a channel member. It's what all the cool kids are doing. You can get channel merch over at waywardsoncustomgun.com and all of that. And support your local gun shops. Until next time, watch your 6 and carry on. Wayward Son out. Let the bromance begin.